Yesterday, one of my son's friends from middle school came over to do a guitar lesson, and he didn't want just regular guitar lessons. He wanted metal guitar lessons. Okay, that's cool. Let's cut through all the garbage and get right into it. First thing you gotta do, if you want to play metal, you gotta know every note on your guitar. This guy had never played an electric guitar, and he never played beyond these 3 frets. So I said, okay, here we go. We're gonna play E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. All right, memorize that right away, and then we cross-reference like the G with a G string. And he understood. So I said, next one's A. What are you going to cross-reference that to? And he goes, smart guy. And then we said, what's a B? Cross-reference it with a B string. And C, there's no C string, but D, you can cross-reference it with a D string. And your E, how about with the low E or... And he understood that. I said, pursue that, follow that, learn that, memorize it. And I said, now, gosh, I think we did the blues scale like this. I told him that's the blue note, kind of the evil, dirty note. The flatted 5th. So when I say blues scale, I say, think of like Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page, Jimi Hendrix, Buddy Guy, T-Bone Walker, Angus Young, Ace Frehley, Joe Perry, I don't know, Brian Setzer, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Every rock and roller needs to know the blues scale. So we wrote that out, memorized that. Next we moved on to power chords, E, A, D. And he's like, oh, okay, I hear that. You could make songs out of that. He could hear that. Yeah, I said, hey man, most guitar songs are in the key of E, A, or D, maybe a G. After that, it's wide open, could be C, F, B. Then be ready for your sharps and flats, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Make sure you know E, A, D. I might have given him a G5. Learn those, and he was excited about that. Then we moved on to some riffs. So I got 3 riffs. We've been through this before on this channel, but I'm just going to review. First one's Johnny Cash, like. And he said, I like Johnny Cash. All right. So it's the E, B, E, B. I'm going to use the drum machine with this. Then we did what I call rock beat. Maybe with a little palm muting. And he understood palm muting, and he knew about that. So we did that E, E, G, E, 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 G, E, kind of a tribal rock beat. And we discussed timing, how important it is to be, on the dot with your metronome. Next we did what I call pipeline, the pipeline riff. Like E, B, G, B, repeat. Then I showed him with the drum machine. Here's Johnny Cash. Here's rock B. And pipeline. Johnny Cash. Rock beat. Pipeline. We also worked on a few chords from my chord book, which you know all about. Guitar chords by Brook, Hoover. These are available. They're $20. send me an email at hooverguitar@yahoo.com if you want one, and we'll arrange that, or look at the link down in the description. So that we also did a few chords out of the book, and that was Introduction to Heavy Metal, which, obviously there's a ton of more things to do, but the kid followed along really good. So he was my son's friend in middle school. I haven't seen him since probably the 90s, and we just had a good old time, just like old time's sake, old time reunion. We immediately reverted to, total friends, total fun, just silly, but focused and hardworking. And that's why I like music, because it makes gives guys something to do, be friends, and gives us something in common we can work on together. And that's why music brings us together. It's wonderful. And so that's why I'm addicted to it. Besides just playing at home, I play out on stages and with my friends, and I'm actually starting a Stones tribute act. So I got lots of things to do. I also joined a honky tonk band. So and I have a gig tonight in Des Moines, and one Friday with a honky tonk band. So it's just been crazy, but I'm riding the wave. So thank you for following along and playing along, and just work on your riffs. Make sure your timing is great. Spend time with your metronome and drum machine, or drum loops, or whatever you got, drum beats, or just play with drummers. But relating to a beat is going to make your stuff like totally valid. It's going to make your scales and your chords and your strumming and your power chords lock in, and you'll feel great. But it might feel weird at first, but once you start playing in time, you're going to love it. So keep thinking about your metronome. Just break it out and start slow, increase your speed. Just get in the habit of that, and your music will really come together a lot faster.